Welcome back, y'all. It's your girl on Vocals by T, episode 12. And as you can see, I have a lovely lady next to me this time. Do you want to introduce yourself, Boo?
Hi, y'all. My name is Tony.
Yes, yes. So we're so honored to have Tony here. We're going to get into a few topics today because usually, I just run down with one, but we got a lot of shit to talk about.
Okay.
So we're going to get into it, okay? So we're going to start off with our little toast of wine.
Yeah.
Gonna be elegant tonight. Okay. Yeah.
Keeping it cute.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So, I want to start off on a somber note, though. My grandmother, Marion Miller, passed away this previous Sunday, January 22nd. But I don't want it to be a sad occasion because she was very full of life. She was very giving. She loved people and she loved taking care of people, and that's why my family, this is on my father's side. My mom's side is great too. I just want to point that out, but I'm talking about my dad's side right now. But that's why we're all very hospitable. So we have, any friends that come over or friends of our friends or whatever, we treat them like family, and that's just how we are. We get it from our grandmother.
100%.
So rest in paradise to her. She did live to be 90 years old, so she lived a very full life. She actually had recently had her birthday January 13th. So she enjoyed that and being able to be on this planet for 90 years. One really good memory that she told me was, so my favorite actress is Dorothy Dandridge, and she's the first black actress to be nominated for an Academy Award. And this is back in like 19...
Forever ago.
Yeah, I really can't remember. Maybe like 1950s or 40s or something. And my grandmother told me that she went to AC, and I guess Dorothy Dandridge was performing there. And back then, black artists were not treated the way they're treated now, so they had to go through the back way to enter and leave.
Right.
They were not allowed to use bathrooms. They had to literally piss in a cup. They were not allowed to enjoy the amenities of the hotels they performed at. They had to stay in their room until they performed, then go back in their room. So she said when she was on the elevator, Dorothy Dandridge ended up coming onto the elevator with her. And I was just like, wow. She only mentioned it because I was talking so much about Word. Right. I was talking so much about Dorothy Dandridge. And that to me is like such a beautiful memory. You know what I'm saying? So I love my grandmother. And, I'm looking forward to her homecoming, February 11th. All of our family's going to be there, and we're just going to, live in her spirit in a positive way. It'll still be sad just because physically she's not here, but I know her spirit lives on, so we're going to be straight. So, you know what? When we get back, we're going to hear Tony talk a little bit more than me. I know y'all tired of hearing my voice. And we'll get into the next stuff. All right, y'all, we are back. We're going to jump right into this first topic. Actually, Tony came up with this topic, and I think it's a very good one. Why don't you introduce it?
Okay, so a lot of things have been on my mind recently. When you go through like relationships, and especially relationships where one thing I want to say is nobody is perfect. We all fuck up. We all go through things where like we make a mistake because we're either not in the right state of mind, or
It'd be like that.
or like somebody from your past or something like that comes in your life and it just be like comfortability. So forgiveness, like how do you like, what's something like have you ever done anything in your life where it's like you can like you feel like someone couldn't forgive you, or and they're trying to, but like they're trying to find ways to, and it's like but you love them so much and you just want them to just forgive you because you fucked up.
Word. I mean, I know for me, the first thing I could think of is with my mom. My relationship with my mom has always kind of been weird because when I was younger, like a lot of us kids do, we lie, whatever. And I know I fucked up her trust. So the only thing I can really say is what got us like semi there. Definitely me having my daughter. She's a blessing. But also time, like time and just showing and proving, like actions, because a lot of people, and I know you know this and probably heard these excuses, but a lot of people give bullshit excuses or whatever as to why they did whatever they did, or or they just don't want to own up to it. You know, like, to me, that's the worst, when you're in denial. You know, once you accept that you did something wrong, that's the first step to getting towards a resolution or a better outcome. But I feel like if someone just denies, it's like,
then you can't even get to that step.
Yeah, like, you can't even discuss it because you're trying to say it never fucking happened. Like, to me, that shit don't make no sense, but people do it. 100%. So
I just feel like, I don't know, like, I've been somebody that has fucked up a lot in my life, like, with my parents, with all relationships.
We're
like,
friends, niggas, whatever.
Niggas,
like,
parents, grandparents, everybody. Like, I have definitely made oopsies, like, at some point in our relationship. But it just comes to the point where it's like, how much would you forgive? And, like, even, like, what is it going to take for you to get there? Because it's like, especially when somebody is constantly thinking about the things that you did to them, like, it becomes hard. Like, and I know, like for
it's
me,
ingrained in their mind or some shit. Or,
but one thing I could say, like, for me, like, when it comes to forgiving somebody, if I love them for real, no matter what you did, like, we could talk about it, but I wouldn't always bring it up. Like, I wouldn't always be like, but you did this, you did that. Because then, are you really forgiving me when we get past it? Like, or is was it just your way of covering the fact that you still aren't over
like, kind of just acting like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But you're really not good.
But you're really not good because I'm not perfect. If I fuck up again, are you going to be like...
Are you going to just keep holding it over my head?
Right.
And that, I think, is what stops people from admitting their shit.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of that happening. They're afraid that if I tell the truth, this person is going to
never forgive me.
They'll never forgive me. They're never going to trust me. And then at that moment, you have to ask yourself, well, then what am I doing with this person? You know, like, are we going to take time apart to heal? Are we going to heal by speaking to a relationship expert, a therapist, or are we just gonna part ways? Like, it's at that moment, that's when you really got to realize, like, what do you guys want? And if you guys don't really care what happens, then you might as well break up. But if you want it to be a healthy relationship, you gotta discuss it and make sure you get over it, or see someone, in my opinion. You know, I'm no professional, but if I was in that situation, that's how I would feel. Like, we both want the same goal. We gotta figure out how we gonna get there.
100%. I don't know. It should be tricky.
But it's tricky. I was just want to say that. It is.
Especially, it depends on what, obviously, the
topic is.
Yeah, like, what it is that you're asking me to forgive you for, or what I'm asking for forgiveness from. Like,
and some people think it's all, they'll bunch it up all in the same ball. Like, like some people will look at cheating the same as lying about seeing a friend that I told you not to see.
Okay.
You know, like, some people might all put it together, and then at that moment it's kind of like, okay, there's got to be an underlying issue because they're not the same thing. You know, like, if I went to go see someone that you don't like me hanging out with, that's not cheating on you. That's nowhere on the same level. Like,
it's not cheating, but
it is deceiving. No, it is definitely wrong.
Like, I'm not gonna lie,
it's definitely wrong.
Because I am very much so, like, a big person, and, like, the way I am, like, the way I treat people, I want them to treat me that way. So if I know I wouldn't accept that from somebody,
I'm heavy on that too.
100% not gonna do it to them, because like, it's just putting yourself in their shoes. So it's like, if somebody tells me, listen, if a nigga told me,
and also I think intention too.
Yeah, 100%.
Your intent along with
100% your intentions, but sometimes people don't even like, sometimes, like, I know, like, from a nigga perspective, like, how my niggas, like, would look at me. Like, if my nigga were to be like, you know, I don't trust the person that, like, more so I don't trust them
got you.
Then it becomes like, okay, it's not you. It's them, but, like, just don't do it. And I could feel, like, 100%, like, confident in that situation. Like, he's not gonna try me. Like, we're good. Like, we're fine.
But if he's uncomfortable,
then just to make him comfortable, then it's dead. Like,
that is true. It definitely depends on what it is. But if it's like, oh, I don't like you hanging out with your sister because she always talk shit about me, then
that's different. That's just like,
then go kick fucking rocks, because that's my sister. That. Like,
that's a you problem. What the fuck? That's my family. Like, crazy.
I don't care what we talk about. That's how we get in it. Like, oh, that's just hilarious.
But I don't know. You just gotta, I don't know, like, when it comes to, okay, so I'm talking about niggas, just so y'all know. I'm talking about,
we're being specific right now. Okay.
We try to say all relationships. No, specifically, like, for real though. Like, I swear, like, I'm in a situation I'm about to just give an example.
Look, people love the honesty. And you know we real on this podcast,
Yes.
so.
But like, I have messed up a lot. A lot. And I'm young. I'm like, I'm only 23 years old.
We all make mistakes.
And you know, I'm learning about myself. Like I'm learning about what I want in a relationship and stuff like that. And sometimes, you know, when you go through a lot within relationships, you perceive your next relationship to become the same, which is a very bad thing.
But it's true, and a lot of people
do it. And it's very bad. Like, that's a very bad trait to have.
Because you shouldn't compare someone to someone else.
Exactly.
It's like you shouldn't compare yourself to someone else.
Right. And I just kind of feel like, in those situations, like, when you do fuck up, just understand that hopefully the person that you're with is going to forgive you. And in this situation, like, I know for a fact, like, he wants to, like, especially because I know it's hard, especially when he does things to me, or like any guy like does anybody that does anything to me. I know for a fact, like, that's not something that is easy to just get over. If it really hurts me, if I gotta really sit there and think about it consistently, and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, like, this is really like fucking with my head. And
we're very mental people,
it's hard,
you know, so I can.
And I'm very in tune with my emotions, so like my emotions could really fuck up my mindset in any situation. Like, if I'm mad,
like, ruin your day type shit.
It will ruin my day. Like, it will ruin like
I've been there.
Everything.
I kind of have to, like, for me, I know, like, for example, if I was like really pissed off and I went to a store and I was still pissed off and I'd be trying to just walk in there all fucking mad, I'd end up tripping or knocking something over.
That's
like
me.
something
Like,
bad.
Just relax. Like,
Word.
Just relax.
That's
like,
the universe. Like, look, Walmart didn't do shit to you.
It didn't do nothing to you.
Go get your fucking groceries and get out. Like,
go home and think about your life.
Word. So I had to learn that, and it took so long. I was so mad. Like, why can't I just be mad and shit go my way? Like,
I'm not the reason that I'm mad. It's them. Like,
but that's not how the world works, you know. You learn it as you're growing and as you go through these different experiences. If you don't go through them, you really wouldn't learn that about yourself. So until you rather learn it now than later in your 40s, 50s, like, you know what I'm saying, in a time where it's like, bro, you're a little too old to
coming
be
back from
word, no excuses.
100%. I don't know, like, that shit hard. That shit's really hard.
Nah, you're definitely right. I think you chose a really good topic, though. I really like that topic, girl.
That was a good one.
Y'all, we are so happy y'all stayed tuned for this entire episode. I had so much fun having Miss Tony here, okay? Miss Tony Michelle.
Me too.
All right. And she will be back, so stay tuned for episode 13 next time. But for now, bye-bye. And then check in the description for her Instagram if y'all want to follow, you know what I'm saying? And make sure it is free to like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Period.
Look, I didn't even, this ain't nothing. Look, it's not even
y'all know what that means. Y'all know what this is. So